Hello and good morning, everybody. This is Countess Wellness with another Monday motivation with you. It feels so good to bring back this series. Definitely is a great way for me to tap back in, bring the week in a great note and a strong note. And today I'm going to talk about, of course, a form of self-love. If you haven't been paying attention, I have been dropping subtly different types of ways to love yourself. That's in promotion of my book, which is the Sis is Loving on Herself workbook. You're probably like, where's it at? I would show it, but I hate the way it shows here on the video because they don't allow me to flip my screen so you can see it properly. So I'll share the image and the link of it in the comments after. Today's form of self-love, you love my pineapple. Today's form of self-love I wanted to talk about is love for the culture. So the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of division and divide in our timeline, as you can see, over Kendrick Lamar's performance at the halftime show. Now, let's be honest, okay? Anybody who knows Kendrick Lamar, anytime he had stepped foot on that stage, because it's not his first time doing a halftime show, it's all about the message. Beyonce did the same thing too when she did her performances. She did everything for the culture, right? As many people that say like, oh, it could be just a performance for her, or it could just be her just trying to be relevant. No, like, when you have the opportunity as an artist to do a message, that's the prime time right there. Not to be all about the entertainment. I get it. We want to be entertained in this day and age, especially because this has been the longest a month and a half in a long time. So yeah, we do want to be able to be distracted by things such as entertainment. TikTok, namely, being one of them. Did you see how the whole entire internet, like, went crazy and berserk because that form of entertainment, what I also saw as connection, was about to be ripped away, right? And I wanted to come on as not only as a holistic wellness therapist and coach, but what got me here is being an artist. I am a spoken word artist. My stage has set me to be where I'm at right now, the platform as a therapist. But my home is always going to be in the roots of spoken word art as an artist and be able to be out there to spread the word. And so I have this piece called It's All Gucci. It was actually a homework assignment I had to do for one of my classes back in 2019. Now, if anybody knows me, I'm a lifelong learner, and all my papers were always going to be black. Period. Ever since, my senior year of high school when I straightened up, and, once I got into, my undergrad and everything, all my papers have always been black. Hence why I'm looking into the Brown University's PhD Africana Studies program, loading, but it's through my, writing that I'm able to talk about these kind of subjects and be able to put on my creative artist hat. So this piece is called All Gucci. It's a little bit different than what some people are used to me doing and being, but this is who I am as an artist. I'm a multi-hyphenate and I have different ways of artistry and being able to express myself. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci when it's a cap when cap can put a cap on capitalism and racism. It's all Gucci when you thought it was your main squeeze until they pimped you out for the last dollar that you had to holler. Genetically exposed and then disposed sacred brokenness. It's all Gucci when keeping up with the Joneses until you're jonesing for another high. It's all Gucci until you realize that one of thousands who can't be emancipated from your slave mindset, post-traumatic slave syndrome, masking civility, and these chains, cord, threads, labels over labels of Negroes, price tag of your worth, not red line clearance, but caged. What's Gucci, my nigga? Nah, call me Negus because I derived from kings and queens of Ethiopia. But niggas are too busy being niggas, flashing they Gucci and middle fingers, pipeline dreams, streams to the non-melodic lock bars, clink, clink. property of the property that you tried to hold down while the hands face to the concrete. Black privilege too audacious, Jussie Smollett. Like Q-Tip, I invite you to the corridors of my mind and my world because I, too, am American, but you prefer for me to be a video Hottentot. Love our blues, but they hate our color. It's all Gucci when we are at the seat of your entertainment less than 50 years ago, not even seated together. And now we pretend there's blurred lines in this thing that we call racism. I can't see color, colorblind. I can't breathe, brother dying. It's all Gucci when inoculated incubators and drug project illusionaries, economic gain and problems perpetuate, fishing for the symptoms for the clean fish, not the pond. But none of that matters because what? It's all Gucci. So this piece, once again, was derived from an assignment. And also, you know, I'm a spoken word artist, so I ate it up. I was like, listen, I love talking about these issues, especially if it's going to be in a poetic form. So, of course, some of these things that I did talk about have some references. So one of them is a reference about the word negus, which derives from Ethiopia, and why we should be referring to one another as such and not as niggas. So, this one was Nehesu Negas Nikoso. Negas is not nigga. I'll put some of this stuff. I think you guys should have access to it. If not, it's probably because it's, through, my school's university research paper. So I may not be able to give you the links that you'll have access to. Then of course, you know, with the Hottentot, that's talking about Sarah Brightman, where she was put on display for her body parts. And as you can see, like, yes, we, as African American women have tried to emancipate ourselves and, you know, reclaim that with that, but there's still roots in the use of our bodies for entertainment. There's still roots of the use of our bodies for the gaze and the look to receive. So although we may want to try to recycle it, we're still upcycling and being in the root of being at the seat of entertainment when we want to seek that gaze. Also, when it talks about Gucci, I don't know if you guys remember, but Gucci dropped a line, not a fashion line back in like 2019, where they thought it was okay to have blackface items. Blackface items. And it's like, oh, it wasn't meant to be that way. And I'm so tired of us always sweeping away what seemingly seems like a mistake. That was not no mistake. Let me tell you, blackface and black caricatures is very, very iconic historically. So to say like, oh, it's just a line and then you're still rocking Gucci. That's why I said, oh, it's all Gucci when you got your price line of your worth clearance, but not red line clearance because you too worried about keeping up with the Joneses until you Joneses for the next high trying to keep up. But anyways, I digress. So that's where the minstrel show comes in. So minstrel shows was usually with the, you know, acting as black caricatures for the entertainment of, you know, showing the goofy side of black people. And then it had the painting on the black faces. And so it's a mockery of stereotypes of black people in general. You know, that's what blackface was, that's what blackface continues to be, and that's what some blackfaces continue to be in this entertainment. But people expect Kendrick Lamar to continue to be the blackface, and he was like, no, this is not a minstrel show, this is a message, don't miss the message, this is not a minstrel show, this is a message, and if you didn't get it, oh well, and whatever. Okay, and then of course with Dr. Joy DeGruy, she had posted a book a while back with post-traumatic slave syndrome. And this is dealing with the epigenetics of trauma that is within the BIPOC, specifically Black Americans' bloodline, and how it can show up in it symptomatically, and how it oftentimes gets misdiagnosed or even underdiagnosed with westernized ways of pathologization. So she does a great job in talking about epigenetics when it comes to post-traumatic slave syndrome and how it impacts our very behaviors today and how it can show up consciously and unconsciously in our behaviors and our thoughts. So some of that is what I referenced in that piece is all Gucci. If you missed it, go back and catch the replay so that way you can listen to it. As an artist, okay, yeah, we can do entertainment. We could do the soliloquies. We could do the metaphors. We could do the word plays in which we enjoy to get that crowd reaction. But our most important responsibility as an artist is not the entertainment, but to give the message like the Messiah, the message like whomever is needed for that generation to really speak upon the things that are important, especially the injustices. We cannot ignore what has happened in the past month and a half. We can't. We cannot be the seat of entertainment every single time and just put a blind eye to what's going on. Self-love is having love for the culture to the point where you're not going to be a part of the problem. You're going to be a part of the solution. So being a part of the solution is being able to use your voice and empower others through your voice, because either they don't have the strength to do so, they don't have the courage to do so, or they don't have the audacity to do so. So if you are an artist, I want to empower you to use your words wisely, use your words and interject where you can, whether it's in the office spaces. Man, I was always pushing the envelope when I was in corporate America, like, cause that's a no-go. Okay. I was also, very proud to be able to introduce different types of acts. Like before I even got my locks, I, introduced at the last job, the Crown Act, and they really actually incorporated in their policies where they cannot discriminate upon, people with different hairstyles. So be the voice. Be the voice, because your voice will matter. Use your platforms wisely. Wherever you are planted, bloom and empower your voice. Use your stages properly, because this is not the time to play. This is not the time to placate. It's time to rise up. It's time to speak up and strengthen your vocal cords of your microphone and use it accordingly. Drop mic. That's all I'm going to do, because I got to get ready for my 10 o'clock, because they're going to come in and I got to hold this space, sacred space, so that way they can be able to talk about what's going on in their personal experiences as a BIPOC person. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got for you. Hey, Frederick. You guys are going to have to catch a replay if you didn't get a chance to. Hey, Emmanuel. Hello, Miss Geraldine. My mom was just talking about you. She's like, ooh, your girl shot. But definitely, that just really just inspired me yesterday, and the divided timeline is definitely what inspired me today to hop on to do this and share with you a piece of me, which is my poetic side, which I haven't done in a while because I've been wearing my therapist hat. So yeah, I hope you guys get to enjoy, catch the replay. If this is something that inspired you, and get the writing, get to speaking, speak up, right? Share this message with other people. And I thank you so much for spending this amount of time with me and hearing what I would like to pour. And it is with that, I will say goodbye for now and enjoy your week.